Gamers, Pokemon Legends Arceus. We all know the game by now, right? Maybe you've played it, maybe you haven't. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. Check out our first impressions and full review in the description below. That being said, however, there are some things I myself and I know the rest of the team wish that we had known before starting this game off. So we're going to share those with you now. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, when starting Legends Arceus, you'll inevitably want to start catching basically everything that you see, which of course is the goal of the game. Now, what do you actually do with those 300 plus Bidoofs? Well, my first advice is don't catch 300 Bidoofs because that's a lot of Pokeballs and that is a lot of materials used. So don't do that. However, it is okay to catch as many Pokemon as you possibly can find. Then, talk to the lady near pasture and start releasing your Pokemon in waves. Just release them all. Just get rid of them. When releasing Pokemon, they give you grit materials to power up your Pokemon, and the buffs they give add up really fast, actually. Speed is the name of the game in this new Pokemon game, and you're going to want to have all your stats maxed as much as you can on the Pokemon that you know you're going to be using a ton of the time. Real quick, the grit materials buff your effort levels, which are very similar to effort values, but you can max each stats. Also, if you can collect a ton of grit, you can convert it to a 10-to-1 ratio for the next level. So theoretically, your starter could be maxed just from catching 300 to 500 plus Bidoofs. Again, we don't recommend only Bidoofs, but regardless, catch as many Pokemon as you can, but don't go too crazy. When you first enter an area, it's not uncommon for you to want to forget about the story and again, just focus on catching the Pokemon. However, it can be very valuable to play through parts of the story first, at least up to the Frenzied Noble, those are the big Pokemon that you see, of each area. Once you defeat a Frenzied Noble, random Alpha Pokemon will start to spawn in the region. Take Alpha Rapidash for example. Rapidash in Area 1 is a static encounter. It's always going to be there regardless of your progression. Now, random Alphas could be an Alpha Ponytail that spawns next to said Rapidash, but only once you beat the Cleaver. Same thing applies to each region. So if you're planning on spending hours on each area catching Pokemon, you might want to defeat these bosses first. Then you have a better chance of having these alpha spawn, which is going to help your team out immensely and just simply help you beat most of the upcoming trainers in the future. Now, speaking of alphas, start farming them the moment you can. Yes, I'm looking right at you. Don't think those big alphas are some scary Pokemon. Go catch them, at least beat them. Don't go with a level 5 starter or anything like that, but go farm them. They are very helpful. They can drop stuff like rare candies or evolution materials or the grit stuff that we talked about in the previous points. Due to the fantastic balancing of Arceus, pretty much any Pokemon can one-shot any other Pokemon. Like a 20 level difference, you might think, yeah, I got this. Nah, not in this game. So as long as you have a type effective move, you can start taking down these alphas pretty soon. Take Oshawott for example. Once evolved in the level 20 range, I was able to take down the Alpha Rapidash fairly easily, which gains a ton of XP, and again, the items mentioned above were dropping most of the time. So very helpful for you leveling up your Pokemon and being able to basically take on whatever you want in the entire game. Coming back to the story, while some people might not want to rush the story, there is some value getting to certain points in it. Getting access to Braviary or the Sneasler easily can make traversing areas much easier and just simply super fast. But it's up to personal preference. I'd say if you're planning on filling up the Pokedex and that's the main appeal to the game for you, then you might as well get the ability to fly and climb the mountains as fast as you possibly can. Now, if you're the type of player who actually does care more about the story and you don't really plan on filling out the Pokedex, which you do actually have to do for the full story, but again, most of it's pretty much just given to you, then that's totally fine as well. Coming up to our next point is going to be upgrading your farm. Upgrade the farm if you care for stronger Pokemon. The last stage of the farm upgrade unlocks mint farming. And if you want the strongest alpha Pokemon possible, it's worth going for their best nature as well. While there are no abilities in the game anymore, having the right nature will still benefit you. Like a physical attacker would want a physical nature, or a special attacker would want a special attack nature. Now, there isn't online battles, so going for the best possible nature isn't really needed, but it's pretty cheap to farm mints, so there's basically no downside. And who knows, maybe some future DLC will actually add stuff like this in, or the inevitable sequel. And for our final point for the video, we want to take a look at moves. Yes, we're looking at the moves that your Pokemon can know. The move tutor is a staple in any Pokemon game if you plan on having the best moveset possible. Usually. The move tutor is still in the game, it being with Zisu. She can not only help your Pokemon master moves, but also teach them moves that they normally won't learn when they actually level up. So yes, your pool of moves might not look that big for certain Pokemon, but you can teach them new moves, which is awesome, and that list just expands. But with the addition of strong and agile moves thrown into the game now, mainly strong, you can increase the power of your move by about 20 power. Now, if you teach your Pokemon a move, let's say Giga Impact, for example, a 20 power increase could lead you to one-shotting a ton of Pokemon. So losing a turn doesn't really matter if they're dead. So go on down to the move tutor and let your Pokemon learn some of their best moves. Trust me, it actually really does help. Another awesome move, by the way, you should totally take real quick, Earth Power. Very strong move. Pretty much super effective against like half of the entire Pokemon in here. So definitely learn it if you can. But anyway, everybody, that's been our list for things that we wish we knew when we started Pokemon Legends Arceus. Do you have any of your extra thoughts down below in the comments below on things that you wish you had known or want to share it with us? Please, again, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments as always. And if you happen to enjoy the video, leave a like if you happen to like it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, more reviews, discussions, and the like. I've been Tallen with Five Night Gaming Direct, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Johnny.